Is Solana the new EOS? Solana, fall from grace. Because FTX Ventures, Alameda Research had a huge position in Sol. Is Solana the new EOS? Or will it still be a top protocol in 2 years? There have been some FUD and rumors about this because Solana and EOS were both led by Multicoin Capital as the lead investors. They basically kind of promoted them or shilled them, and both of them kind of collapsed. EOS is now basically out of the picture. But now, if we're talking about EOS, I haven't really heard much about this. I did hear one of the founders of EOS bought some company, but they're under $1 billion market cap. Now, let's actually go to Defi Lama. Because if you look at the total TVL for Solana, it is getting hit. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, so basically, we're looking at total value locked on all chains. Now, this is not really the best metric to use. It's a vanity metric, in my opinion, but it still kind of gets the picture, right? Kind of gives you an idea, right? So basically, 2/3 of TVL right now is on Ethereum. We have about a tenth on BSC, a tenth on Tron, surprisingly, but that's just, I would just ignore that. There's not really much activity. It's just a bunch of whales on there trying to make it look sexy, right? But look at this. Solana, fall from grace. They have 90 protocols, according to this, with a TVL under 300 million, 282 million TVL. Think about that. DeFi chain. Who's heard of DeFi chain with 2 protocols has more TVL than Solana? Phantom, Chronos, Optimism, Avalanche, Arbitrum. Right? Solana got wrecked. Multicoin's fund is down almost 60%. Oh, by the way, we launched a new token details page on Token Metrics. Not sure if you guys have noticed. This is live as of today. We combined all the charts into one super chart to make it easy for you. So basically, we have our TM grade, the EOS price, and our trends indicator. So right now, this is basically bearish, right? So we have that, and we also have now, we're back to having 2 grades to make it easier. So we have a trader grade, which is more short term, and we have an investor grade, which is more long term. Let's kind of walk through Solana on Token Metrics. Right, so they're down 55% in the last 30 days. Yeah, so basically the price was at 37th on the 5th of November. Our grade turned, so basically at $29 is when the grade was over 80. When it goes over 80, it's time to get out. And basically overnight it went to 32. So basically at 24 bucks, got out. Now it's at 15. All the way to, yeah, basically 14 bucks. All right, basically this was the time to get out if you still had Solana in your portfolio. But is this the next EOS? And in crypto, anything's possible. We missed Solana because our blockchain engineer did a code review on it and said the security was horrible. Well, actually, not horrible, I'm sorry. But the score it received was a 70 or 70 something, and he's concerned with security. Now, that's turned out to be true. Their chain has been paused so many times. Now, while the developer ecosystem is growing, and we are still bullish on Sol, we do still have this as a holding with TM Ventures, but I think right now Solana could go lower, right? Because think about this. There's lots of pressure because FTX Ventures, Alameda Research had a huge position in Sol. So if they go through bankruptcy, they might be forced sellers of Sol. And they had a huge amount. I think they had, what, almost 10%? I'm not sure if that's correct, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I think when I was going through Twitter, it was like 10% of the supply at one point. So basically, a lot of whales will become forced sellers of Sol, like they already have. And I think just because of that, you gotta really not need to get out. But if you want to preserve capital, I would get out. Is Solana the new EOS? It's better than EOS in terms of developer ecosystem. I went to Breakpoint 2 years ago, didn't go this year or last month, but their ecosystem is there. But it's going to be a long winter, right? So I'm thinking like 3 or 4 years, unless something miraculously happens in crypto where the whole market just pumps back up again. But I think they'll still be around in 4 to 5 years. But will they be the #1 protocol? That remains to be seen, because looking at this, because you have the Ethereum ecosystem, then if you add in Arbitrum, Avalanche and their EVMs, but it's a separate chain, Optimism, Polygon, they have competition. Right? Then you have all these other different chains launching, Aptos, Sui. How do they keep up with that? Right? Especially if they're getting decimated. So I'm not saying it's the end, but I'm saying be careful.